Welcome to Imperial Valley College. So we're going to look at how to apply for our institution. So to apply, click on the Apply Now button on our website, imperial.edu. Then click on the Go to OpenCCC online application. If you've never applied, click on Create an Account to get started. From this page, click on Begin Creating My Account, then fill out your information. Next to each field is a question mark, which will give you more information about that field. And so anytime you have a question, be sure to click on that. Otherwise, just continue to fill out your personal information, making sure it matches your legal documentation. Then complete your contact information. Make sure you use an email address that is accessible because that is where the confirmation will be sent. And the address is what's used to determine your in-state versus out-of-state tuition, so be sure to put that accurate information as well. Now notice here, I typed the phone number incorrectly, and so it's just giving me that warning. I had to go back here and add an area code. So it is validating your results. Clicking Continue. Now here's where you set up a username and password. Make sure that you write this down somewhere so that you recall what it is in the event you need to fill out the application again in the future. Anytime you miss a main term, you will need to reapply, so keep this information handy. You're also going to be required to set a PIN and then set up 3 security questions. Make sure these are questions familiar to you and that they are answers you can recall. Finally, click the I am not a robot checkbox and submit, and you will be issued a CCC ID number. I have masked it here for security purposes. Make sure you write that down and then click on Continue. Now you'll notice in the top right, your CCC ID will be reflected as well as your name. And here's where we can go ahead and sign back in and get started with our application. So if you had applied before, you will notice those applications below. Otherwise, click on Start a New Application. And then here you select which term you are applying for and then what your goal will be, whether it's just to take a couple classes, to get a degree, a certificate, or so on. And then finally, you will select a major and then click Continue. If you change your major in the future, that would require an appointment with a counselor at this time. It will show you your account information that you had previously provided. I masked this for security purposes, but just validate that it looks correct to you and then move forward with your application. It's going to request your high school information, the date you graduated, whether or not you received a diploma or GED, and if that high school was in California, it will also ask for the name of the high school. Now you're also being requested to provide GPA information as well as last course completed in math or English. Then select your highest level of college already completed, provide that information if needed, and continue. Provide your military status information, citizenship status information, and continue. Select your residency status if you've lived in California the year prior, and if you've had any out-of-state activities. Continue. Then you get to provide information on needs and interests, your main language at home, whether or not you're interested in financial assistance, athletic interest, or other programs and services. Take the time and read through these and check off the appropriate ones because this could trigger information sent to you regarding specific programs. Then we move on to our demographic information, provide your information on gender and sexual orientation. You can also decline to state if desired, and then provide the educational levels of your parents. Finally, you provide the information on race and ethnicity, then click Continue. Answer the remaining supplemental questions. These come from the state. They're typically just check boxes or yes or no. and then finally provide your emergency contact information. Press Continue. Now you have a chance to save your responses in a PDF or review it online. I encourage you to do one or both. And then when you are ready, you can consent to submitting the application. Check the 2 boxes certifying the application, reading all the information so you understand what you're agreeing to. And then scroll to the bottom and select Submit My Application. You will then get to a confirmation page. It will provide a confirmation number. And then there's a button here to continue your journey at Imperial Valley College. This takes you to what is referred to as MyPath. This provides several services that are available to you, including checklists on what's next, how to register, the orientation. So make sure you go through those tiles because those are personalized depending on how you filled out the application. Now, when you scroll down, you will also notice a pin board. These are links to various resources available at IVC. You can pin the ones of interest to you. And if you click on any of them, you will see that they take you to that particular page on our website. So this is a quick and easy way to find out some of the resources available to you as a student at Imperial Valley College. And that's it. You should be receiving an email from us shortly confirming we've received your application. Thank you for your interest.